and welcome! I'm DDF Racer and today I'm giving the USF2000 car another go in iRacing. Now this is one of my all-time favourite cars to drive in other sims such as Factor 2, Assetto Corsa and the Formula 4 that's in Race Room. And last week my first race with it in iRacing went okay. Started second, finished second, 0 incidents. But it was a lot switchier and hard to handle than I remember in Factor 2, especially on the brakes. I'd either be flat spotting my tyres or looping the rear, so yeah, not ideal, even if it is an absolute blast to drive. I've done a bit more practice with my braking since last time out at Scuba, but to be honest, it might be a little bit irrelevant as this week, the USF2000 schedule moves on to Watkins Glen, a circuit which doesn't really have braking zones. This place is all about the slipstream and keeping up the mid-corner speed for maximum momentum. Participation in this series is a little bit lower than the Skippy or the MX-5 for example, but as long as we get a decent turn-up, I think we'll be in for some pretty close racing. Hope you guys enjoy.
That's the end of the session, P7.
Okay, you heard the spotter, we're starting in 7th. And we're actually car number 8 out of 15 entrants, so kind of on target already so far. There's some seriously fast people. I'm about 2 seconds off the pace, which is incredible because I thought I absolutely drove the ring off it in qualifying, but hey, there you go. There's a few things that are different since the last USF2000 video. I've managed to work out how to change my brake bias, and I've got something set up in my overlay in the headset so I can see what the brake bias is, so that should help. I've also got a button bound to the tear off so I don't get the weird spots at the end of the race anymore when all the dirt builds up on the visor. And I've also got a brand new rim for my Logitech G29 steering wheel, which is a open wheel style rim, which is perfect. This is the best car to test it in. If you want to find out more about that, there's a link on top of the screen somewhere right now, so check that out. But yeah, for today, in this race, in this video, let's just keep it clean. If I can, I could possibly get fast track to a C license. So let's try and do that.
Follow car number 4 in the left column.
Rolling start here at Watkins Glen today. And we are running the version of Watkins Glen with the boot, so it is the full layout, but it's without the chicane. So it's an absolutely flat out blast from these few corners all the way until the right-hander at the end. So that's going to be some hella slipstreaming today, guys. Looking forward to that. All we need to do is try and survive, because there's not a lot of runoff. And if you go side by side, things tend to get very hairy very quickly, so there's the potential for a big accident, so let's try and avoid that. If we can keep it clean, like I said in the intro, we could get our C license today. Alright, last few corners, here we go. Drag those brakes. Everyone's bunching it up.
Okay, Dan, get ready.
And we're away!
Green, green, green. 15 minutes left, that's 15 minutes.
Clear on the left. Cold brakes, look after it. There we go, nice and clean turn 1. These guys already going side by side ahead. Don't contact, don't make contact. Now we have Slipstream City. Perfect! A little bit of a gap to the guy behind. 7/10. Let's follow this dude. And let's switch back to the left. So we're on the racing line. He's going to cut back in, is he? Yep, he's going to cut back in. Just lift out of it. Wait for the apex and then get the run out. Oh, this is going to be a very high-speed race, I can tell already. Everyone around me's got very good I rating. 3.6 up ahead. So I imagine he'll be making moves very shortly. Because the guys up ahead are all 1.8, but then yeah, it gets pretty tough. Lead of the race is a 7.5, wow. As Sticky would say, nerd alert! Yeah, just waiting for these tyres to come up to temperature still. Haven't quite got the temperature to push the way I want to. This corner's horrible. Especially if you clonk the curb like that, wow. The rear just wants to get so light. Not quite flat out yet, it should be though. And that's a lap of Watkins Glen without the chicane. Or the bus stop, should I say. You can use quite a lot of track limits on the exit of turn 1. Everyone else is doing it, so I will as well. My instinct tells me to keep to the right of that curb. But hey, if there's time to be gained and you don't get a 1x, you might as well. It's a complete opposite of circuits like Spa-Francorchamps, for example, where there is absolutely no time to be gained, then you still get a 1x. Yeah, someone up there has a horrible connection, just gymnastics all over the place.
The guy in front is Johnson.
Now we can't fall too far back, otherwise we will lose that slipstream. Or it'll be a sit and duck. Missing those apexes. Very short race today, only 15 minutes. We've already got 3 of them done. Follow the concrete strip there that's been repaved. That's got the best grip and it gives you the best exit. It's quite a late apex there at the bottom of the boot. And this one you have to brake deceptively early and chuck it in late again. Bit of a lock up on the way in. Might need to put my brake bias a little bit more rearwards. Want to get the opportunity on the main straight. You gotta be so delicate over the main crest there. Nice early turn in, there we go. The car is now sticking very nicely to the road. Just a little lift in fourth, don't run it too wide, you get a 1x there, and that is another lap of Watkins Glen. 1.2 behind and 1.5 ahead.
The leader's just done it, 147.16. Your last lap time was at 149.16.
Oh, big lock up there, Dan. Hopefully I've got some flat spots. Brake bias, that was what I was going to do. Brake bias. It's currently at 55.2. Now it's at 54.9. That should do. Just a small touch. I don't think there's anything on the overlay for you guys to see, but I can see it in my headset here.
7th position.
Use the banking. I should be a lot closer to the apex there. I lost a lot of time. A lot of time. Yeah, sailing wide all over the place here. That's not good. Maybe I have flat spotted the tyres. Keep it in third this time.
Yellow flag.
Oh! What's happened up ahead? We've got people all over the place. I think we've got someone with damage there. That could be a freebie. That was second place. Okay.
Alright, Dan. 10 minutes to go. That's 10 minutes left.
We're already 1/3 of the way through the race. We might have a wounded car up ahead of us. We've definitely got an aggressive looking car behind us. Gabriel Praticio is not dropping back. Why should he? Very close to running wide there.
That was bloody close, day record.
Oh, he's in the pits. He's in the pits. He must have damage. That's a freebie.
E6.
There we go. That's better. No locking at the brakes that time. And I think we've got a little bit of a gap to the car behind us now. Still on 0x. This is exactly what I need for this race.
I'm just blanking like crazy.
Yo, yep. We've got a connection issue up ahead. I think a few people are struggling with that. Garrett's on the radio saying he's blinking like crazy. So we may have some more dramas yet. Just got to be there to pick up the pieces. There we go. That's a much better apex that time. I actually found it. I must admit, I do love this car. This USF2000 is an absolute dream to drive. Much more suited to this circuit at Watkins Glen than it was at Scuba last week. It's very ordinary through the slow speed corners, this car, and there aren't really any slow speed corners here. You can really start to use the downforce that this thing's got. I mean, it doesn't have, you know, epic levels of downforce, but it's got enough. You can definitely tell when you go through the corners that this thing is stuck to the road. Although because of the downforce and the low ride height, it's very prone to bumps and curbs. So if you start launching it over the grass, you can very easily, you know, spin the car and lose control. And that's another lap, about halfway through now.
That was at 149.78. You're second off in sector 1. Okay, Dan, you're halfway home. Your fuel is fine.
I think that was almost as good as a quali lap, if not better. 49.7. All the people at the front of the race doing 49.1s. Spencer with the fastest lap so far. He's the guy with the 2.6 I rating. We're only 8 seconds behind him.
It is now 2.1 seconds.
Yeah, we've dropped Gabriel a bit. That's good. Takes the pressure off. We can just focus on the cars ahead. I'm going to be so progressive with the inputs. And this new wheel is perfect as well. This new rim from our Logitech. This is made for this car. Thank you, Ansei 3D. Thank you, Miller. This is great. They're looking very feisty up ahead. They're not pulling away. So any dramas, if they start fighting, we could be in with a shout. I don't think we can get them on pure pace. We're not going to catch them just in the next couple of laps, because this is kind of the best I can do. But yeah, just hang in there, Dan. Oh, went in a bit too hot there. The rear was a bit skatey. Same again there. I'm going to really concentrate this lap. I'm going to try and set my best of the race. So headphones on, volume up, and listen to the fantastic sounds of the USF2000 in iRacing, guys. Here we go.
You've just done at 149.43.
Use a tear off there.
Okay, now 5 minutes to go, 5 minutes left. Come on, keep digging.
You got a mic, Richard?
Is now Johnson.
And there's a lap of Watkins Glen. Yeah, we're not catching the guys ahead. We've only got 3 and a bit minutes left to go, so 2 laps, 3 laps.
49.60.
I don't think the guys ahead are going to start fighting too much. It seems pretty tame up ahead. And again, we've got one of these...
The gap to Johnson ahead is now 3.3.
We got one of these awkward bubble kind of races. It happened in the MX-5s at Oran Park, and it happened in the USF2000 last week as well. I mean, it's great for safety and all that. I just... yeah. I just want some action. I was expecting battle packs. I was expecting, you know, everyone to be going 3 wide down the back straight, slipstream each other, all these, you know, top speed straight battles. We're just slightly out of reach for that right now, guys. Even the dirtiest of Formula 1 cars doesn't give a draft at 3.5 seconds. So I think we may...
Behind is now 3.5 seconds.
We may just have to resign ourselves with a 6th place finish here. Although Richard and Garrett have swapped positions up ahead, I've just noticed on the relative. And they get... Actually, yeah, they are quite close. There'll be 2 laps left, I think. Just got to keep it nice and mistake-free, which is harder than it looks in this car. It looks quite floaty, quite cruisy. But trust me, it's such a delicate, delicate car. You can't go steaming into the corners, you can't brake too hard. You got to fingertip drive it. Well, we're doing alright so far. 2 laps to go. 2 laps to go.
That lap was at 149.66. Just 2 minutes left. 2 minutes to go.
Another lock up on the brakes into turn 1 there. Lost a bit of time to Gabriel behind. But yeah. Yeah, this isn't the race I was expecting it to turn out to be, really, which is good and bad, because like I said in the intro, we might get our C license here. If I can get enough safety rating, we could get insta-promoted, which will serve me well in my other 2 races I'm going to record today and then upload throughout the course of the week for you guys. I'm going to be doing Skippies at Interlagos and MX5 at Okayama Short. So I'm looking forward to recording them pretty much straight after this race, but then you'll see it in a few days on YouTube.
Right, the next car is Johnson.
Oh, too deep. Too deep. I could make it some kind of excuse about the brakes fading or the tyres wearing, but no, that was just me. That was just me not driving right. Just got to keep the concentration because we've got 1 more lap after this. Pop it down to 2nd gear to get the drive. Definitely feeling a lot more stability in the car now. I'm getting used to it. So I didn't want to do that early in the race. I wanted to keep it in 3rd. Oh! Oh! We just had a minor screen freeze, and somehow... How did I not die, or even get a 1x from that? That is incredibly lucky.
1 more lap to go. Your lap time was 151.00.
Well, that puts paid to the battle ahead, and I'm so fortunate that I had a gap behind me as well. Oh, my heart is going crazy right now. Oh my goodness me. I was ready to just... I don't know what I was ready to do, but that sinking feeling of when the inputs freeze and the vision freezes and everything's just like, nope.
That's half fuel. You've used half your fuel.
That could have quite easily ended in death. And it's another reminder for me to fix my computer somehow. Like, I don't know what it is that is causing these issues. I've been through everything, but it is affecting R-Factor 2, it's affecting Racestream, it's affecting Assetto Corsa Competizione, it's affecting iRacing. It's everything. I don't know if it's VR related or if it's just graphics related. But something ain't right, and it's causing my drivers or something to just drop out temporarily. Oh, that was so sketchy.
6th place.
I'm so lucky, honestly. The amount of times that has happened and I've ended up in a fence, or it's just not recovered and the game is just gone completely. That is very, very lucky. Very lucky. And I don't know what it can be because I've turned everything down since that horrible frame rate video I had at Charlotte in the Skippies. I've turned all my settings down as well. So it's definitely not peaking. And through the final corner, I forgot that was the last lap. Across the line to get a 6th place at Watkins Glen in the USF2000.
Yellow flag, keep your wits about you, mate. 6th place. And there's the finish. Good result, mate. Well done.
So we went from 8th to 6th. Or did I start 7th? I can't remember now. We beat quite a few people in that race as well, with much better iRatings. So that's going to help out. We did better than iRacing thought I was going to do. And we got 0x as well, so that is perfect. I think it's time to park up, try and find something of interest in the replay. I suppose I can find out what happened to that guy up ahead of me, why he got damaged and came into the pits, and also maybe have a look at my freeze as well. Okay, here we are. Let's see what happened to position 2 to give him some damage and force the pit stop. So he's in the battle for the lead here. Great battle for the lead, actually. Coming through the boot. Oh, he just gets a wheel on the grass and sends it round. That was entirely self-inflicted. And I want to ask you guys in chat what that's all about. The car repairing itself. Let's just have a look, because according to me and my view here on the replay, I don't know if it's the replay that's glitched or if it's just what happens in iRacing, but watch this. Yeah, it clips the grass. The rear left tire is all over the place, the rear wing's all over the place, and then suddenly it's fixed again. Sean Patterson actually commented on one of my previous videos when I was watching a replay and wanted to know what happened. So, is that a replay glitch or is that a repair glitch, or what's the go with that basically? Because that looks a bit odd. Anyway, so that's what happened there. He just clipped the grass and looped it all of his own fault. And here's the lap with the screen freeze as well. So let's see what happened. As I was midway through the corner, my VR just cut out for some reason. I kept the steering angle straight, just held it straight. And you'd never know the difference. That was a perfect line through the corner. Completely blindfolded. And obviously you can tell by the slamming on of the brakes there that I realised something was going on. Here we go, one more time. Just holding it, freezes, and just a precautionary tap of the brakes just to make sure that I'm not going into the fence anyway. But yeah, I had no idea where the car was. I could hear it, and it was still responding to inputs, but that was incredibly lucky. But enough of the replay. Let's go and see if we got our C license. Yes, there we go. Look at that. 4.43 safety rating, which means we are now a C-class driver. And that was actually a top split as well with a strength of field of 2,157. The only D-licensed driver in the field started in 7th, finished in 6th, got 0 instant points, and we're now up to C license. Perfect! Perfect. Congratulations to Christopher Lullum on the win, by the way. Epic driving. Led every single... No, he didn't lead every single lap, actually. Frederick, the guy who span it, he led one lap as well. So, commiserations to Frederick for doing the traditional DDS-style bin, but congratulations to Chris on the win. But yes, there we go, look, license has leveled up, we're now we're now C with a 4.43, so let's go and take that into our Skippy race and our Mazda MX-5 race. Oh, and not to forget as well, my iRating has gone up by 40 to 1859. We're ever slowly creeping towards that 2K. Okay, well, I guess I'm a C license driver now, guys. I wasn't expecting it to be that quick. I expected much more of a hard struggle, much more races. I didn't expect 12 races in that I'd be C license and still progressing. I don't imagine it's going to be this easy to get up to a B license and definitely not an A license, so yeah, let's see what the next few races bring. But as long as I keep on keeping it clean and just get 0x, I think, yeah, that's 2 races in a row, maybe even 3 races in a row with 0x now, which is, hey, I mean, that's what it's all about, keeping it clean. But I wouldn't mind some more wheel-to-wheel action, because that has been slightly missing in the few of the last races. I hope you've not been too bored. I hope you did enjoy these videos, guys, and there's still something exciting to watch and, you know, following my journey through iRacing. I'm still going to record and upload every race, and I will be streaming a few in the future as well, because I have a giveaway code for a 3-month membership, so make sure you tune into the live stream to take part in that giveaway. But yeah, if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to leave it a like, share your thoughts in the comments, and if you want to see more USF2000, more Skippies, more MX-5, and maybe even a 12-hour Bathurst race with the boys at Zancho, then make sure you subscribe. Thank you so much for watching, look after yourselves, and I'll see you all again real soon.